So now that the weather's getting warmer and the mask mandates are being lifted in bars and restaurants, well, you're probably seeing more lines forming outside city venues, and there are numbers to prove it.
Yeah, no question about that, right? According to NYC and Company, there was a 128% increase in daily visitors in Times Square in February from just a year ago, and the organization is anticipating more than 56 million visitors this year, a 70% increase from last year. Certainly, that's a lot of good news for businesses out there that made it through the pandemic.
And speaking of Times Square, the economic recovery is getting a big boost today with the addition of a new 5-story restaurant that comes complete with a, get this, beach house rooftop. Sounds amazing. 6 private dining rooms and a Feroze bar just in time for summer.
I like every one of those separately. Now they're all together. Tonight it's the grand opening of the Brooklyn CHOPHOUSE's flagship location in the heart of the theater district. And what's even more exciting is that the man behind all of it is one of New York's very own. We always love to hear that. Robert Pooh Cummings is joined by rapper JADAKISS. Welcome to you both, and congratulations on such an exciting night for you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
I can't wait for. Thank you for having us. I can't wait for this night to happen.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Well, let's jump in and talk about it. Robert, this grand opening comes at a time when New York City, especially Broadway, is really trying hard right now to bounce back from what we've had and what we've dealt with the last few years. Did you always have your sights set on Times Square?
Yes, we always wanted to be in the heart, in the center of the city, in the heart of the world. This is the epicenter. And, you know, with everything that we went through in the past, 2 years with COVID and, people, going through everything they went through, we just had this opportunity. We saw this opportunity to get a space, and we took the opportunity, and here we are. We finished the space, and this is a grand opening of this new location. It's 5 floors of Brooklyn Beach House on the rooftop. We have private dining in our cellar, wine cellar. So we're super excited. We're opening today, and I couldn't be more excited. We hired about 80 people, so we're just super excited to be a part of that economic recovery.
Looks great.
Right?
We were just taking a look at it. So, JADAKISS, this question is for you. We know that Brooklyn CHOPHOUSE was named one of the best steakhouses in the city, but we know that's a play on words with the name. So there's a fusion of Asian cuisine in there. So have you been able to head down there and actually try anything on the menu?
Me, I like the vegetable fried rice.
Okay.
The garlic broccoli, the calamari, and overall the ambiance is just beautiful. I can't wait.
Okay, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of all of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Robert, first of all, going back to what you said, congratulations on all those hires, because that is just so important for our city and our community. So I know there are a lot of appreciative people out there with 80 new hires. But let me ask you this. How did you go from being a music industry exec with the likes of Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls and Mary J. Blige to running one of the hottest restaurants in the city?
Well, it was a natural progression for me. Food and beverage and entertainment is synonymous. So as I was in the industry, we would always dine out and, find these amazing places to frequent, do our meetings, and, talk about strategies with our artists. So as a outside venture, I decided to get into franchising, where I opened Papa John's Pizza, IHOPs, and then I started my own brand outside of franchising, Brooklyn CHOPHOUSE, with my partners Dave and my head of operations Stratus, and we actually opened one in Fide in 2018. We got a lot of great feedback, and the restaurant's been doing really well. And then we got this opportunity to open our second location in Times Square, which is now going to be our flagship. So I went from entertainment and segued into food and beverage. And what's great about it is a lot of my entertainment relationships mesh well with this restaurant, because the vibe and the energy and the music and the playlist, and of course the food, can't forget the food, all works well together.
That's great.
Let's talk a little bit about that transition. JADAKISS, what does it mean to you to be able to see someone you've known from the music industry kind of reinvent himself and really have a big impact on business sector and the economy?
I think it's a wonderful thing, you know what I mean, to see my brother, a business colleague, somebody that started in the music industry, level up, as we would say. And the music business is really just a stepping stone for you to evolve and get into bigger and better things. And for him to get a Times Square location after 2 years of the pandemic, I think it's beautiful. And as the weather breaks, I think it'll be hard. I think the lines will be all the way around the corner.
Thank you.
We don't doubt that. Especially
JADAKISS is being managed. He also has his juice bars with his team and has been contributing to the economic recovery all over the New York City. So shout out to JADAKISS too.
Well, congratulations to you both. It's certainly super exciting.
Appreciate that.
New York City is loving to see that. Well, we look forward to seeing those lines and tasting that food.
the froze for me.
Thank you so much.